Hey, what is going on guys? EKDrifter458 here, and today welcome to my third car wish list for Forza Horizon 2. Now if you've not already seen the first or second one, which is, the first one is hot hatchbacks and the second one is sports cars, they will be linked down below for you to go and see for your viewing pleasure, oh yes. But this one is going to be muscle cars and classic cars. Now, I am not a massive muscle guy, but I really do like muscle cars. They're very nice. And classic cars, oh yeah, I do love them. But anyway, the background footage that you're just seeing is just me having some fun, some muscle cars and classic cars. And Forza Motorsport 5. Now, I know there's going to be trolls saying, oh, this isn't Horizon 2. Obviously. It's on a track, you knob. But yeah. Let's just see, we're going to jump straight into the muscle cars then. So, the 2014 Equus Base 770. Now, this is the sort of car I like to call the reworked cars, or like the love letters to cars, because it's the sort of ego speedster thing about it. Because if you've not heard of the Equus Base 770, it is based, pardon the pun, it is based on the 70s, I believe, 70s or 60s Mustang. It kind of looks like the GT390, but revamped to like the modern world. So if you've not already seen it, guys, go and type it in. It is very good indeed. I might actually link it down below because it's a very nice looking car. And as I said, it has that ego speedster sort of vibe about it, but it's got all the modern luxury and stuff in it with the classic body, because the interior of it, I believe, is based on the current gen Mustang, not the 2015 one. But it's awesome, really is awesome. They made some classic touches in there as well. So moving on from that one to a very special one in my heart, the 1970 Plymouth Hemi Cuda. Now, there already is a Hemi Cuda in Horizon 2, but it's not the one that I personally like. That is the 1971 model in Horizon 2, which has got the shark grille, as I like to call it, because it's got the slashes in the grille. I don't really like that. I like the one that's in Need for Speed Undercover, the one that's been in most Need for Speed games basically. So I don't know if EA's snapped up the rights to that one, but I really hope they don't, because please bring the 1970 Plymouth Hemi Cuda in, because it's such an awesome car. It's so beautiful as well for a muscle car. It's really nice, especially when it's all customized and stuff like, well, not stanced out, but you know what I mean. You know what I mean. And then one of the most requested cars by anything that I've seen so far in Forza Horizon 2 in terms of muscle cars is the 2015 Dodge Challenger Hellcat and the 2015 Dodge Charger Hellcat. Now, these things put out 707 horsepower, 204 miles an hour for top speed. That is bloody bonkers. So that is more horsepower than a Lamborghini Aventador and faster than a freaking McLaren MP4-12C and a Ferrari 458 and freaking everything, man. That is absolutely insane. That is crazy, because the Hellcat Charger is now officially the fastest saloon ever. I think that's what it is in current production. That is the fastest saloon. Now, they had a little argument on Fastlane Daily about, do you class them as supercars or something else? Now, I have to agree with the person that commented by saying the Challenger Hellcat is a super muscle and the Charger Hellcat is a super sedan, even though it's classed as a muscle car over in America. If you bring it over here, it's kind of classed as a sedan, so, or saloon. So that's it. It's both epic cars. I really do like them. And then the 2013 Hennessy VR 1200 Twin Turbo CTS V. Now this is Hennessy's edition, the big full fat edition of the CTS V Coupe, and my god, it's a devil. It really is a devil. So I would love to see that in Horizon 2. And then the 2011 Cadillac CTS V Wagon / Estate. Now I know this isn't really classed as a muscle car, but it is awesome. It's really good. I love it. So it's freaking 500 odd horsepower. I think it's 550 horsepower in a wagon. That's crazy. Absolutely crazy. And then moving on to the 2014 Chevy Camaro Z28. This thing is absolute beast. Now, if you've not already seen the Motor Trend video where this thing actually beats a Nissan GTR around the track, then go ahead and check it out, because it's awesome. Really, really is awesome. Now, granted, it's only by like a few milliseconds, but still, it would beat a GTR. That is crazy. Absolutely crazy. Then the 2014 Chevy SS Saloon. Now, I'm not really too sure why I put this on the list. I'm a fan of it though, but it'd be interesting to see what it's like, because I've never really been a big fan of the car, but now that they've updated it a wee bit, it looks okay. I do like it. And then one of the cars I've been waiting on for ages to come into a Forza game is the 1970 Chevy Monte Carlo SS from Tokyo Drift. Now, this is the car at the start that Sean drives, and this is the one that he's basically built from ground up. It looks awesome. I really do like it. So please, Playground Games in Turn 10, bring in the Monte Carlo SS. And then one that isn't really classed as a muscle car, more of a 70s supercar, but it has that muscle car vibe about it. It is the 70s Di Tommaso Mangusta. Now, I can also add the Pantera in this as well, because they are Italian designed, but with a big American V8 at the back of it. It looks so nice. But personally, I think the Mangusta looks the best. It really does. Kind of has that lowered and wider. I'm trying to think what it looks like actually. It looks like an American Lamborghini Miura. Kind of like that, even though it's designed in Italy as well. It kind of looks like an American Lamborghini Miura. It really, really, really is nice. And then we've got the 2011 Dodge Challenger SRT8 Superbird. Now, this was a one-off, I believe. I've seen it in a Top Gear magazine once, and it's basically a Challenger version of the old Charger Daytona with a massive freaking wing on it. It's really, really cool. I do like it because it's in orange with the little Roadrunner sign on it and stuff. It's really cool. It'd be awesome to see that in Horizon. I mean, you couldn't miss it. Bright orange, massive wing. And it's got a really distinctive front on the front of the Challenger. For this specific version, it's not like any other modern Challenger. It's dead pointy looking. Really, really cool. And then obviously, I couldn't do this list without the big one here. The 1967 Ford Shelby GT500E Eleanor. It's got to have an Eleanor body kit or something, because man, it's just such a great car. That it really, really is such a great car, and it'd be better if we can get the body kit for Eleanor, because people have been begging for that since Forza even started a bit. So yeah, the 2012 edition of the Ford Mustang Boss 302 Laguna Seca. Now, this is where I think Turn 10 went a wee bit wrong. They brought in the 2013 Boss 302 the other time, but the 2012 version, it just has something more. It doesn't look... Well, I'm not saying the 2013 looks ugly, but if you compare the two, the 2012 and the 2013 edition, the 2012 blows it freaking down the street, seriously, especially in the Mazda Laguna Seca version with like the black and red vinyls and stuff. It looks epic. I do like it. And also, I would like to see some Roush versions of Mustangs, because the 2013 one, or I don't know if it's the 2013 version of the GT 500 or something. I don't know, freaking whatever the hell it is. It's a really, really nice looking Mustang. I do speak English. I really do like the Roush versions of the Mustangs. So yeah, moving on from that, and it is the 2012 Ford Falcon Boss 355 GT. Now, I made a mistake when I done the drift build of the old Falcon by calling it an American car, and I completely forgot it's an Australian car, so apologies to that, guys. I know you kicked up fucking the comments about that, so I am sorry. Accidente. I knew that anyway, but it's just that sort of feeling. It is a muscle car, so you automatically think of America, but then you realise that the Falcon is Australian. So yeah, that's it. So sorry about that yet again. But this is the 2012 edition of the Falcon, the Boss 355 GT. It looks badass. It really, really does look badass. I know. There's actually been a picture of it with the old Mad Max Falcon and the Falcon F355 GT. It's astonishing, really, really is. It's kind of funny how they brought in the F355. I think it's called the F355. I don't know. No, it's not. It's the 355 GT. So yeah. Moving on is the 1960 Ford Mustang GT390 from Bullitt. This is a necessity. It needs to come into Forza. It's a very, very cool car indeed. And then the 1969 Ford Gran Torino. This is the version that I'm looking at from the actual Gran Torino movie with Clint Eastwood in it. It was also in Fast and Furious 4 with one of the bad guys driving it. And I would love to see the Starsky and Hutch version. I would love to see that come in. And then the 2012 Vauxhall VX-R8 Bathurst S. Now, this is a very, very, very cool car. Now, most people would recognise it as a Holden, because in the UK they're sold as Vauxhalls, but in the Holden, in Australia they're sold as the Holden Commodore V8, I believe. So they're really, really cool. But the Vauxhall VX-R8 Bathurst S, it just screams menace. It's so damn good, and it's probably got one of the best supercharger lines ever. It just sounds like 10,000 mice are stuck in the supercharger. It's like, let me out. But it's awesome. It's really, really cool. I would like to see the wagon version of that as well, because there isn't a wagon version. And then after that, we've got the 2012 Holden Maloo Ute. Yet another Australian car. It is basically an Australian pickup. That's what a Ute is, basically. And it is based on the Commodore V8, but the Maloo, oh my, sweet jeebus, it has the exact same engine as the Bathurst S. It is awesome, really, really is awesome. Now, you might have seen this on Top Gear once, when Hammond was driving the Bathurst S, and then he moved into the Maloo. Awesome, really do like it. And then the 1960 Oldsmobile Cutlass Ramrod 350, the 1970 Plymouth Roadrunner Hammer. Now I'm putting this in for Andy because this is one of his favourite cars. Then the 1965 Pontiac GTO. Now, I'm not too sure if we've ever had this proper version in Forza, because it's the one from Need for Speed Undercover. I really, really do like it. It's the one from Triple X as well, I believe, so it's really, really cool. And then after that, we had got the 1971 Pontiac Le Mans, and obviously the 2015 Mustang. That is a necessity, that must come in. And I don't even want to say this, because this is going to start a war in the comments of what category this is in. The 2015 Chevy Corvette Z06. Now, I don't really know myself. I would class this personally as a super muscle, the same with the Challenger and the Hellcat. But people say, oh, it's classed as a sports car. No, it's classed as a muscle car. So I ain't getting into that war. I'll let you guys get into that one. So yeah. So moving on from that, and we are going to the classic side of things now. So kicking off straight away with the 70s Triumph Dolomite Sprint and the 70s Rover SD1. Now, this was an all-time classic episode of Top Gear where the directors actually made them pay their own money for the cars, and basically try and prove that British Leyland done a good job. But my personal opinion is that the Dolomite just won through. I really, really do like the Dolly. Plus, I could create, I could recreate the Professionals opening sequence if these two cars are in. That'd be really, really cool, because I think the music for the Professionals theme tune is actually non-copyright, so that'd be really, really cool to use that. And then another classic British car is the Austin Healey 3000. I believe we had that in Forza 4. I think we did. We really did have that in Forza 4. Nice car to do drifting in, surprisingly. So yeah, and then a lot of the cars further in the list actually come from me watching Petrolicious videos, because if you don't know their channel, go and check them out. They're awesome. They have like a very, very cool petrol head vibe to them. So the first one is the Alfa Romeo Giulia Spider, the Alfa Romeo Giulietta SZ, the Datsun 1600 Spider, the 1973 Nissan Skyline GTR Kinmeri, I believe that's how you pronounce it. It's kind of more of an RX-free looking thing. Really, really cool. And then a car you might not have heard of, it is the ISO or the ISO Griffo. It kind of looks like a Ferrari Daytona mixed with a Jensen Interceptor, but they didn't really sell that well, but they are really, really nice looking. And speaking of the Jensen Interceptor, we have that. That must come in. That is very, very nice, because that and the Eagle Speedster are very, very nice. And now I know the Eagle Speedster was made in 2011, but it is based on an E-Type, so my baby needs to come back. Baby, come back. The Eagle Speedster, Jensen Interceptor, would love them in as well. Then the Ferrari 250 GT short wheelbase. Now, we got the 250 GT Russo, I believe. Now, there's a video of that car on Petrolicious. You guys need to check it out, because I would have to say it's probably one of my new favourite Ferraris of all time. It just looks so nice. And then the Ferrari 308 GTS, the Ferrari 275 GTB 4S Nart Spider, the Fiat Dino Spider, the classic Fiat 500s. These come back from Horizon 1. Such a hell of a fun car. The 1972 Alfa Romeo Bellina, the 1966 Jaguar XJ13, and a lot of people have been requesting this one, the Ford Escort Mark 1 Mexico. That is a really, really cool car. Now, if you don't know what that is, if you watch Fast and Furious 6, the bit where they're all getting shot at by the tank, Brian or Paul Walker, RIP, yeah, he's driving the blue version of that, so it's a really, really nice car. And then lastly, we've got the Lotus Europa. So anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching this episode of, I don't really know how to say it, the car wish list for Forza Horizon 2. There we go. So if you want to see more, then suggest some more car types you want to see me do in future episodes. So thanks a lot for watching. Leave it a like and subscribe if you guys are new. See you next time. Peace.